Playto of Portsmouth Plesiosaur at the Queen Alexandra Hospital, Portsmouth. I'm meeting someone new today. Hello. Hello. What is your name?
My name is Dawn, and I'm one of the chaplains here at the hospital.
Wow, Dawn. Thank you. Where are you from, Dawn?
Well, I come from about 5 miles north of here, just behind the big hill that's behind the hospital, in a place called Waterlooville.
Wow.
So it's not very, very far away.
Waterlooville, water in the title.
It has water in the title, but unfortunately there's not very much water in the area. I have to come along to the top of the hill, but every day I come over the top of the hill and I always look out at the beautiful sea and the Solent, and it looks different every day.
Yes, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's got a long view. There's so many waves and so many, obviously, human ships and silhouettes of the island. Very beautiful.
But we don't see many sea creatures from there. We have to go right into the water for that.
Wow. So you swim?
I do swim. I have, unfortunately, I don't have the wonderful technology that you have. We've been born with to keep you safe in the water. I have to put a wetsuit on because I get very cold in the water when I'm swimming and when I come out. And I can't spend as long in the water or underneath the water as you can, because our breathing system doesn't work under the water very well without help. But no, I do enjoy swimming in the sea as often as I can.
Wow, wonderful. It's just magnificent, isn't it? The peacefulness and the power of the sea.
It is indeed, yes. Wow. But it can be deceptive sometimes, because it can look very calm and nice on top, and underneath there's, as you well know, lots of currents and tides and things happening there.
Yes, it can be very deceptive. Yes, you're right, and it can be very strong and also dangerous. But wow, so tell me please, what do you do here?
Well, we're here for patients, and we're here to talk to staff and the patients' families as well, because sometimes people can be very lonely in hospital. They might not have very many friends, and it can be a very frightening place if they don't quite know what's happening, and things can be very, very scary for people if they've got to have an operation or something they're not used to experiencing. And I always think both staff and patients alike can be a little bit like the sea. They can look beautiful and calm on top, but underneath there's a lot of turbulence. Or likewise, they can be angry like the sea with the big waves crashing down. And that's more obvious to see, but sometimes people put on a mask and they're all smiling and you think they're fine, but they're not. They're dark, deep down underneath. They're very scary and they're very scared, and they might not feel comfortable or confident talking about that. So we come and sit with them, and we do something that humans aren't very good at doing, and that's listening to people. So they get a chance to say how they feel without being interrupted, and sometimes that can help them, because it's like in your sea, you have these very dark areas called abysses that you know of. Which I would be too scared to swim in, I must admit. But sometimes people feel that they're in a place like an abyss where it's very dark and they feel very alone, and they feel maybe surrounded by all that water and they can't find a way out. So sitting and listening can help sometimes.
Wow, that sounds really good, but you're right, the abyss is really scary. I really went to the abyss very, very briefly, but no, I would not wish to be there for long at all. Many other creatures would live far deeper than we as plesiosaurs would, but so much darkness can be really intimidating. And I know that, I suppose, it's of humans to help in darkness when the sea is dark, things like lighthouses, is that right?
Yes, because lighthouses are a warning sign that there is danger, so sometimes that light can help. And it's the same when you come to hospital and you see your doctor or consultant. They can warn you of what might happen, but just like the lighthouse, they give beacons of hope of what can happen, and there'll be some warning signs that people can help to make themselves better, and also offers of help of how medicine and maybe an operation can help. And also we've got things, we think sometimes in the abyss we're in darkness. So a little bit like our lantern here, which this is something that we used to have years ago before we had electricity, and they used to have some liquid inside which was flammable with a little wick, which is a bit like a piece of string, and they used to light that to see the way. But this one's more modern, so it's not dangerous at all. It's got batteries and a light, but it's still connected, just like the human heart and the human brain. Sometimes that darkness, by talking to people, can bring a little part of light to their lives. And sometimes we might just have a little bit, and other times it gets brighter and brighter, and then we can almost get back to where we should be, with a bright light, with our light shining brightly in our eyes and feeling very well. So this could almost symbolise a human body or a plesiosaur's body, that sometimes if we're feeling sad we're down here, but with the right help, with someone to help us turn that button, we can actually become brighter and lighter and feel a lot better, both physically and mentally as well. And our emotions that we can't always see can be improved as well through light and hope.
Wow, wonderful. Oh, that sounds so important and necessary. I know the sea can be a very chaotic place, and I suppose I imagine it's similar to humans in different ways. Wow.
Indeed, yes. And plesiosaurs, because I'm sure you have things happening in your lives and sea creatures and
Yes.
other things happening on lots of interactions, and you being very brave as well, because it takes a lot of courage to come to somewhere new like you have from the sea.
Yes, you're right. I mean, so none of my friends or family are so keen to explore the human world, or not yet, but it's a wonderful thing to meet you and know that there are many people here for guidance as well.
Well, thank you. Well, if ever they do come ashore, you come and find me, and we can
Yes.
have a chat with them about any fears or doubts they have.
Yes, wow.
And we can all meet to maybe get together and have I don't know if you drink tea and coffee, but
Yes, tea sounds nice.
tea sounds nice, but we can have a cup
Yes.
of tea and maybe some cake, and we can swap stories and find out a little bit more about each other.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you very much. Wonderful to meet you.
Well, you too, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Say
you.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.